Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting tutorial. Today we'll be doing a landscape painting with some waterfalls and some water or moving water. So it's morning today here in Manila and I'm just so excited because I will be spending a long weekend this weekend. So today is our last day of work and I'll be spending 3 days doing everything I want. All right, so let's begin now. So we'll only be using most of the colors that we'll be using today are earth colors. So here are the colors. Oh, excuse the palette, but you can actually see the wet paint here. We have here titanium white, burnt sienna, sap green, black, primary blue, and lemon yellow. Let's begin sketching for the subject. We might use some palette knife today and a pen brush. So get ready with those paint brushes. So I'll be sketching first the subject and I'll be using black to sketch the subject. If you know me, I'm very rough with my sketches. Simply because I just want to have an idea of where things are gonna go. Like that. There will be some rocks right here. Right, like that. Okay, doesn't make sense, right? But we'll be underpainting now. So for the underpainting, I'll be using a bigger brush so that I get things done quite quickly. So I'll be using still black. And I'm just gonna cover this area black. Okay, I'm gonna add tiny bit of burnt sienna here and there. Alright, like that. Same thing this side. Alright, and then again, just burnt sienna. Black. We're still under painting, so don't worry too much for now. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing right here. Here. I'm adding Alright, and then I'm gonna use some black somewhere here. Just remember where the separation lines are. So here. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to blue. So get your blue color. I did not wash my brush that well, so I'm just gonna get my primary blue. I'm gonna allow the black paint to kind of mix with the blue. Alright, like that. Alright. Okay, now I'm gonna get my Sap Green. Get your sap and kind of blend it with the blue. Like that. Alright, now I'm gonna get my yellow. I'm gonna add burnt sienna to that. So get your yellow, add some burnt sienna. And then let's go and again blend it. I had to use my hands. Right, like that. Now I'm gonna get my burnt sienna, just burnt sienna, and apply it quite randomly on the yellow colors. Like that. Okay, now I'm gonna get my green and then primary blue and then some black. Let's color this area. Alright, like that. I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush so that I can really get into this area. So I'm gonna get my black. Just fill in the space right here that you see. We're still underpainting, so I keep reminding you guys not to worry too much if the painting does not make sense for now. Alright, like that. Okay. Now we're going to the sky. Alright, and for that I'll be using some... Okay, I'm gonna get my sap green, mix that with yellow and brown. Okay. Add black. Alright. Okay, again brown. I kinda want it to be more browny. Alright, that's too dark. I'm gonna get my white and then brown so that it becomes a little lighter. This is not actually the sky. I'm sorry about that. This is not the sky. This is just the distant foliage and some rocks. But then again, we're underpainting, so you cannot really see the details yet. Alright, we've basically underpainted our canvas. All right, now we go into some details. We're going to start right away with the detailing, and we start where we began earlier with the rocks. So for that, I'll be using my palette knife. So get your palette knives ready. I'm just gonna get my brown, burnt sienna, and then white. Like this. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of yellow. Again, burnt sienna. I'm gonna use the back of my palette knife to create some textures. So just move down. And allow the palette knife to do the job for you. Okay, now I'm gonna get my white, mix it with the browny color that we have here, and I'm gonna use this to create more textures. Alright, now I'm gonna use my ordinary brush to add more details. I'm gonna get my burnt sienna and yellow. Okay. Like that. I'm gonna get my black, just pure black, guys. Here. All right, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna add additional rock right here. Just like that. All right. Okay, I'm gonna get my white and then black to create some gray color. Right. Also here. Okay. Some black. Then some grays. I might use some orange color later. But later, guys. I'm gonna highlight right like that. Before we go to the background or to the distant forest and foliage, let's do the water next. So I'm gonna get my Sap Green, alright, and then blue, primary blue. I'm gonna add white. So it's like this turquoise color. So it's like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna dry brush right here. So I'm allowing the tooth of the canvas to kind of get the paint. I'm gently brushing on the canvas. Okay, I'm gonna add white to that turquoise color to make it lighter. I'm gonna go here. Like that. Alright, and then I'm gonna get some gray. Again, get your gray that we already have here. I'm gonna apply it right here. Like that. And I'm gonna apply some gray. Oops. It's dried acrylic. I'm gonna apply some gray right here. Like that. Alright, now I'm gonna allow this to dry. Let's go back to the waters. Alright, now I'm gonna use the same gray color right here. Okay, and I'm gonna add some rocks. All right. Okay, I'm gonna add black. Maybe more. All right, let me look at it. All right, it's starting to make sense already. Okay, I think I need more black because I just ran out of black. All right, now before we go back to the details in the foreground, let's go to the background. Let's add some light play. So for that, I'll be using right, I'll be using a round brush. Just make sure that the brush is quite stiff. You can use a sponge, you can use the tip of the brush, but I'm just gonna use a round brush for this one. So I'll be using my yellow and sap green to make some yellow greeny color. I'm gonna add brown to tone the color down. Okay. And I'm gonna use some tapping right here. You can use some cotton buds, or yeah, you can use that, but I don't want to use that. I'm gonna get my pure yellow. Okay, now I'm gonna get some yellow and brown and then white. So it's like this creamy color. Again, I'm gonna add more yellow. And same, I'm just gonna tap it. Right, like that. And then I'm gonna get my yellow and mix that with white to create a lighter yellow. And I'm gonna add some leaves right here. So I'm gonna tap on the rocks so that it gives it some like moldy rocks. Okay, I'm gonna get my black and add some depth on the corner. Here, like that. All right, let me check. Okay, now before we go back to that, let's allow the paint to dry. Let's go back to the rocks and I'll be adding more details. And this is the time that I think I'll be using my orange. So get your orange, guys. And then I'm gonna get more yellow because I already ran out of yellow. All right, now I'll be getting my orange. Add yellow. Add burnt sienna. Again, yellow, like this color. Maybe add white to make it more opaque. Okay, maybe this color. And then I'm gonna apply some orangey colors right here. see some orangey colors. All right, now I'm gonna get my yellow green. I'm gonna add more molds. On the rocks. All right, I'm gonna add some more detail. So I'm adding some light grays here and there. All right, like that. I'm gonna get my yellow, pure yellow. I'm gonna add white. Okay, I'm gonna add some green colors. So it's all about layers over layers to make your foliage look more full, right? I'm gonna add white. Tiny hints of white here and there. All right. Now let's go back to the waters now. We will go back to some more detailing later. For now, let's move on to the waters. And I'm gonna use pure white. For this one, I'm just gonna add pure white. Actually, this is not really pure, but as much as possible, it should be really bright white. And I'm gonna move down. And then I'm gonna use my fingers. Here. I'm gonna make some circular motion right here. That's because we're doing moving waters. We're not doing a stagnant water here. And I'm gonna highlight the rock or the rocks right here. Okay, I'm gonna get my black again to outline the rock. Alright, let me check. Okay, this looks good. Okay, I need more titanium white, so I'm just gonna get titanium white. Let's add more details. So I'm gonna dry brush. So when you dry brush, you remove the excess water from your paintbrush, and then you just dab onto the color and remove the excess paint from it as well, and try to move quite gently on the canvas, usually in a circular motion. Very soft contact on the canvas. Okay, again. So I'm gonna dry brush around or along this area to create that foamy effect caused by the waterfall. Like that, okay? Okay. Again, pure white, I'm not changing colors. So I think that's an ambulance that you can hear passing through the main road right in front of my place. So I'm adding some pure white here and there, very random. Like that. Alright. Let me check. Okay, this looks good, but I'm gonna add more dark colors here and there. I'm gonna water down my black and spread it quite randomly on the rocks. Right. See how I do that? I usually do that step in most of my paintings. I'm gonna add more black. I'm gonna get my orange, reapply some orangey colors. Okay, I'm gonna get my black again. I'm just gonna outline the rock right here. The waterfall, it's actually behind the rock. It's slightly behind the rock, right? Okay, I'm gonna make some gray, a little bit of gray color. Some white. Look at how random, you know, I apply the paint, because that's nature. It doesn't really have a specific pattern. It's not math, you know. Okay, I'm gonna get some orangey colors. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about nature. It's just beautiful and random. I'm adding more black here and there. Okay, now let's go back to the waters. I think I need to add more details on the waters. I'm gonna get my primary blue. I'm gonna add sap green and then a yellow. Again, primary blue, sap green, and yellow. And I'm gonna water down and apply it here. Like that. Alright, now I'm gonna get my yellow and brown. We already had that color right here. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of orange. Okay, more orange maybe. I'm gonna use that right here. To add more depth. Okay, I'm gonna get my gray. Let's add a little more rock. Then some black. So I'm adding some dark grays. Okay, now I'm gonna get my pure white, again, just to add more water detailing. Let me check. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. This needs more dark depth. Some greens. Some orangey colors. And then some black. All right, now I want to use my yellow. I'm gonna use my mid yellow and I'm gonna glaze this area with some yellow color. Like that. Okay, and now I'm gonna use the same yellow color to glaze the top. Oops. To glaze this area, to add some more light. All right. Okay, I'm gonna use my pen brush. Get back to your white, just pure white, and try to pull down like that. Right, and also here. Let me check again. That's really nice. Okay. I'm gonna use my fan brush to apply more details on the water. I'm obsessed with doing some water detailing. I'm gonna get some gray color. We want to add some sort of depth in the falling water. We don't want it to be just white, you know, it's weird. We're going to add some gray color like that. All right, don't overdo that. All right, this is good. I'm gonna add more. More details. All right. Some more depth. Okay, I'm gonna add some dark turquoise color right here. Some gray color. So what I'm doing now is actually just adding more details. I'm just obsessed with this, guys. It's pretty. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna sign this now. Okay, I'm gonna use a small brush for my signature. I'm just gonna use my white here. I'm gonna sign right here. And I think this is done. Right, guys? This is done, guys. So I hope you enjoy this one. And I hope you like this one. Oh my god, I really like this one. So yeah, see you in my next video, guys. I might do another painting tutorial in, I don't know, tomorrow maybe. So stay tuned, guys.